called Maestro ever? He says I've been called a lot of things, but Maestro is not one of them. All right, here we go. Coming back to green and gray. Red lights are on. Because James Lincoln went for a ride.
Yeah, I made sure Tyler gave me the right change.
Man.
Well, I got relish.
Hey, you see James Layton right there in the center of your screen. Black and blue 14. Let's see what happens. Oh, jumped the right rear tire and then caught the left rear tire of his teammate. And look at that car. Several times over.
The wheels just popped right off.
Wow, chain reaction there. Over there in turns 1 and 2, and again it started when he hopped the right rear of Bobby Carroll's 80. And we're going to be looking at the 14 of Layton right there. And right here, he's going to hop the right rear of Bobby Carroll's number 8.
He's always been at least an inch shorter.
And then here is going to make contact with the 14X of Lance Doucette, and then look at that. Up and over once, twice, 3 times. I'll give him a half.
Yeah,
3.5 times there for Layton.
Except Yogi was like,
Wow.
and then
A little bit as well after Layton made contact. Steve Doucette from our angle. Things appear to be okay, but we'll have to see if there's any further damage that came out of that incident. Gray has been pushed away in the 17. Ethan Gray, he might have gone back to look through. Oh, here he is, 1 and 2, working on getting James Layton's car picked up and head back to the pit area. These guys headed over on the back side of our pit area off of turn number 3. Oh, we got a break in the action here and an opportunity to speak with the voice, Shane Andrews, over the phone this afternoon, as we always do on opening night of race season. He told me how disappointed he was to not be able to come out here on Ferris night here last Saturday night.
Oh, I got pretty obliterated.
Thank you very much, Doug, and it's great to hear that James is okay. We can fix race cars, we can't fix drivers, and it's good to see that he's doing all right after that tumble. He had a couple of landings there as he was going over. The one thing I will say though is where he went off of the racetrack, something different that we started last season. Was previously there were no tires over there on the outside of turns 1 and 2 that would stop race cars from going out in the woods, because we had put several sprint cars and sportsman cars out in the woods over there in turn number 2. And fortunately for James, his car came to a stop before he even came to those. Great to see that James Layton's doing okay. Don't forget for our sprint car drivers. So Ethan Gray. So again, Gray's spin on the back straightaway was after the red flag. So he's going to set the pace here, coming back to the always locked restart point. 17E did not make weight at the Schultz Heating and Cooling scale. Oh, no. I will tell you as an announcer, anytime you see the second place car come rolling out of the pit exit, that is never a good sign. And that was the case here tonight, and I think this is going to make it 2 seasons in a row for Pero getting the opener here at the Land of Legends. Let's send it down to Doug Elkins.
The unofficial word that I have just received, 6 pounds light on the scales. And, you know, this is one of those things that happens in racing. You can weigh the car all you want, maybe a couple of extra caution laps or something, but these cars do run on methanol, and you use anywhere from 2 to 3 times as much methanol as you will use as fuel. And of course that did make the difference, and in this case it did. So Bobby Pero did make weight across the scales, and he is our winner. And if you're wondering why there's only this amount of cars here tonight, the CRSA Tour is at Woodhull tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, not the way he wanted to win it, but Bobby Pero makes his way down into victory lane. Man, this was a tough night for you. You had a problem in the heat. Almost got jammed up, almost got in a wreck on lap number 1. I mean, this was not an easy night for you and the team, was it?
No, not at all. Heat race was pretty much all my fault. I don't know what I was doing. I had my head somewhere, and but I talked to Doug just before I come out. I said it just feels like the back of the car is coming around, and I think it was all me.
What did we break in the left front during the heat race?
Well, I ended up breaking a torsion arm, bent the front axle, bent a wheel, bent the front torsion tube. I got a lot, so I mean, this isn't really going to put a dent in what we have to replace this week, but I really feel bad for Ethan. He ran a hell of a race. I'm hoping the old kicker gut on this is going all right. It was a little soft. But I really got to thank my sponsors, David Young, Seneca Meadows, Procter Enterprise, Waterloo Auto, Sunco Sports, and especially Doug Shaw. I mean, he helps me out week in, week out, setups, and we work good together.
Congratulations. Good luck with the work this week.
Thanks. Oh, and I want to say hi to my parents at home watching. Every week they're there watching, and I'm going to give this word to my sister.
Very nice. Good job, and good luck this week to you. Thanks. Bobby Pero with the win. Get those 50-50 tickets out, guys. We're going to pull the winning tickets right now. First one is for the money. Wait, hold on. Do we know how much it is? $730 is a red ticket. 483-470. 483-470. That is for the money. And second prize, what is this for? For a t-shirt. Peter Britton t-shirt. Very cool. 755-570. Again, for a Peter Britton t-shirt. It is, what is that, pink? I think, right? 755-570. Where do they go? We your booth? All right, good job. Take care. And again, the winning number for the cash, red ticket, 483-470. 483-470. You know, years ago I could hold those closer and read them, but not anymore. So, Steve, back up to you.
Thank you very much, Doug. Got a revised order of finish here. Bobby Pero gets the win, and I thought I was onto something there. Tom's convinced you to be proud of me. Bobby Pero, this is the 3rd season in a row that Pero has won the opener here at the Land of Legends, and in fact, it's the 4th time in 5 years that he's won the season opener at the Land of Legends. So congratulations up to Bobby Pero, extending that opening night win streak, albeit probably not the way that he wanted to here tonight, but nonetheless, going to take one of those checkered flags home to his race shop over there in Waterloo. All right. So again, your 50-50 ticket ticket numbers, red ticket 483470. Okay, so red ticket 483470 for the money. We've got second prize tonight, which was a Peter Britton t-shirt. And that ticket was a pink ticket, 755570. 755570.